Dude, now I'm going to tell different types of numbers. First, the numbers begin with natural numbers. I'm going to tell what are natural numbers. You start to count from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, like this. You keep on continue. You never start with 0. Anything, if there are pens, you start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. The counting numbers are known as natural numbers. Then comes whole numbers. With natural numbers, you're going to put 0, it's going to become whole number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. To natural number, along with 0, it becomes whole number. Then the next type of numbers are integers. Integers means it involves 0, all natural numbers, and this one negatives of natural numbers, that is 0 with -1, -2, -3, -4. How many natural numbers? You just write negatives of them, and with that 0 you include, that going to become integers, that is 0, positive numbers, and even negatives of those natural numbers. Let's take next number. If you take this 0 and 1, there will be lot and thousands, even millions of numbers between them. The numbers between 0 and 1, well, they keep on exploring. They get to know about numbers known as, that is fractions. That is known as fractions and decimals. They are known as rational numbers. Rational numbers that include two different types. Those two types are fractions is one type and decimal is another type. Fractions and decimal. Here I tell what are fractions. Fractions means half numbers, different numbers. That is writing like this, numerator denominator form. 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 5 by 7, 8 by 3. They are all fractions. And decimals. Decimals involve numbers like this. There are also two types. First, that is 2.3, 0.08, and some are continuing ones, 0.02222. This one, these numbers are known as decimals. Some are ending decimals, some are recurring decimals, and those are known as two types of decimals. Those two types are like this. One is known as terminating decimal, terminating, and one more type which is recurring. Recurring decimal. See this one. This is recurring decimal. 0.0222. 2 is keep on repeating. And 3.121212. Here 12 is repeating. And then 4.583. Here 583 is keep on repeating. These are known as recurring decimals, and these are known as terminating decimals. 2.3, 0.08. It going to stops. And then in fractions also there are three types of fractions. Those three types you can write here. Those are like this, like a branch you can write. Those three are, one is proper fraction, another one is improper fraction, and the another one type is mixed fraction. Here in proper fraction, the denominator is always bigger than numerator. 2 by 3, 5 by 8, 3 by 10, like this. It is, these are the numbers which are between 0 and 1. They are proper fractions, and even there will be lot of negative fractions. I going to tell these fractions can be -5 by 7, -3 by 4, or there can be either plus or minus. Improper fraction means denominator bigger than numerator. 7 by 3, 5 by 2, and 8 by 5, like this. The numerator will be bigger than denominator. They will be bigger than 1. Mixed fraction means if you write improper fraction in terms of proper understanding form, 1 2 by 3, 5 3 by 8, and 6 2 by 9, they are all mixed fractions. They are converting this improper fraction into forms of mixed fraction. You get more clearer when they are mixed than when they are improper. These are all known as rational numbers. Then comes another type of numbers. They are known as irrational numbers. These irrational numbers are nothing but this one, irrational numbers. Irrational numbers you can find like this, that is root 2, root 3 and pi value I, this is e. They are all irrational numbers. If you expand the value of pi, they are not even terminating, not even recurring. Their digits keep on repeating for millions and millions of times, 3.14159, like this it keeps on continuing, but it don't have any pattern. Even after 1000 digits, they don't have any pattern. Randomly different numbers you keep on getting when you expand pi. Even when you expand root 2 or root 3, these are all known as irrational numbers. They are non-recurring and non-terminating. They won't even terminate or won't even repeat with specific pattern like this. Here 2 is repeating, here 1 2 1 2 it is repeating. Some digits are there where after 7 digits, 10 digits or 15 digits, the decimal starts to repeat, but here it is not even repeating, not even terminating. So they are known as this one, irrational numbers. They are completely different from rational numbers, and all these numbers I told above are all combined to form real numbers. Real numbers means they include this one, rational number, irrational number, and even this integer, whole number, natural number. All those numbers together they include in real numbers. They consist of rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational number and irrational number. Irrational number. Rational number consists of all of them, because you can take 2, you can write it as 2 by 1, and 5 you can write it as 5 by 1, or 6 as 6 by 1. All these three numbers are rational numbers, and there comes rational numbers and irrational numbers. Those two parts together becomes real numbers. There exist numbers which are not even real. They are known as imaginary numbers. They are outside of this real numbers. They are imaginary numbers. I tell about imaginary numbers. If you take all these rational numbers, they exist in a plane. This plane is 0, 1, 2, 3, like this continues, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Here it continues. Any fraction if you take, it going to come in between this line. Here if you take even 5 by 2 means it is 2.5, it comes here. Or if you take minus 2 by 3 means it comes here. Minus 2 by 3 means this one, it comes here. And even if you take this irrational numbers, pi value means 3.1415, you can't exactly point it out, but it approximately comes here. You're going to get all the numbers in real numbers, rational, irrational, whole numbers, decimals, fractions, integers, all of them you can explain in this number line. But that numbers which won't exist in this number line and exist in an imaginary world or in an imaginary line which is completely different from this normal line, they are known as imaginary numbers. There comes as I, 2i, and here minus I, this one minus 2i or minus 3i. How it going to come? I tell them. These imaginary numbers going to arrive when you get a number like minus of root 1. This one, if you square even, minus of 1 square becomes 1, and even minus of this plus 1 square you square also, it going to comes 1. How inside of root, if it is minus 1, it cannot becomes in a real world. In real world you can never explain it as 1. So this exists completely in different plane, and this root of minus 1 is known as I. Or if they give root of minus 5, you must first separate them as root of minus 1, root 5. So this becomes I times of root 5, it is root 5i. And then the last numbers are complex numbers. Complex numbers means they involve combination of both imaginary and real number. Here imaginary number, here real number, like this. That is 2 plus 3i. This is real part, this is imaginary part. 5 minus 3i, and this one I plus 2. These are all complex numbers. Now bye.